Hi, my name's Samantha from Minerva, and in this video I'm going to be talking all about Rose & Hubble's Cotton Poplin. It's a fantastic and versatile fabric to have and to make so many different projects with. We stock 39 different colourways on our website, and in this video we're going to explore a little bit more about the colour palette. We're going to dip into the Minerva website and see what our friends over on the community have been making with Rose & Hubble Cotton Poplin. We're also going to have a little bit of a look at some of the wonderful patterns that we stock to give you some inspiration for your makes. So the first thing I'm going to share is the amazing properties of Rose & Hubble Cotton Poplin. This is the pure white, and this is a fantastic fabric to have in your stash because it's just incredibly versatile. Now, Cotton Poplin has a superior thread count, which makes it a lovely, fine, soft to touch and soft to work with fabric. It also has a great drape. It holds a pleat really well. It also holds a ruffle. So it has the properties of cotton, so you can launder it as you would launder all your other cottons, but it has a fine feel to it, but it also has those strong properties that it will hold your pleats, it will hold your ruffles. It also has a great handle and is super soft. So if I just show that to the camera, you can see how this fabric is behaving, and it has that superior soft touch and feel to it. Now, I've been working with Rose & Hubble Cotton Poplin since the 90s, and it's one of my go-to fabrics purely because the way that it washes, the way that it works with other fabrics too. So this cotton fabric I have made shirts with, I've used it for loungewear, nightwear, and I've used it a lot as a lining. So if you're making a bodice or a skirt and you need a lining to it, this would be my go-to fabric. I also think it's fantastic for quilting. Rose & Hubble do a fantastic range of printed fabrics as well, and I'm going to give you a sneaky peek at some of those later in the video. I've used this for quilting. It's a little bit of a lighter weight than a traditional quilting cotton, but the fabric works superior for these projects as well. Great for tie-dyeing. I use it with my kids to do stamping, and it takes up the dye incredibly well. So for those sort of crafting projects, we use Cotton Poplin. It's also an incredibly great price to use, so I like to keep a few meters of it in the stash so that you've got that to use if we want to do a crafting project at home. I know that once I iron and set the dye into the fabric, I can then use that as I would use all the other colourways in my Cotton Poplin collection. It's a slightly thicker fabric than you would expect from a lawn, but it has such a lovely fine brush to it, and to actually stitch with, it is a great fabric because it passes through your sewing machine so easy, and it really is a joy to work with. So let's have a look at what our maker community over on minerva.com have been doing with our fabrics. So let's have a look at what some of our talented makers over on the Minerva community have been making with the Cotton Poplin. First of all is that She Sews Happiness, and this is such a timeless classic. This is actually in the prints, and we're going to have a sneaky peek at some more of our prints a little bit later on. This is the Sew Over It Marguerite dress, and my goodness, how gorgeous is that? And you can really see how the fabric works to make a beautiful statement dress. We also love Taylor Smith's blouse. This is the lilac poplin, and I've got a few of the lilacs here for you. And just have a look what Taylor has done. This is only the 4th garment that she's made, and wow, you can really see those shapes that have been created with the poplin on this design. You can see the shape, you can really see how it works so incredibly well, and it looks so crisp. So congratulations to Taylor on her incredible make there. I've also pulled out 2 collars, and the talented Stitch and Stone and also Tip Top Sewing have used a statement collar for their creations by taking our cotton poplin and adding that as a different colourway to the print that they're using. So having a look at Stitch and Stone's Cotton Poplin Nina Lee Baker Blue blouse collar, it really does add that extra something to her design, and really you can see here how the poplin would work well and just looks so crisp as a collar. We also love how Tip Top Sewing has added another little pop of colour, and I've just pulled out some of our brights which you could work really well into your collars, or maybe pop as a contrast as another detail on your shirts. It's such a classic to pop into your wardrobe, and with the cotton poplin there's just so many different versatile colours that you can really have so much fun with. We also have been looking at the Victory Patterns Chloe dress, and this looks fantastic in our pinks, and you can really play around again with the colours with the Chloe dress. The Chloe dress comes in sizes 2 to 16 and is a semi-fitted mid-length A-line dress. It has that little bit of 60s style to it, and the poplin really lends its shape so well to this dress. It has cap sleeves or a sleeveless version, so you could make one with the sleeves, one without, and the dress features some really cute details. The angled front seams and the optional button detail and the inseam pockets look absolutely stylish, and also have that little bit of a vintage throwback to them as well. We also have been having some more fun with our colourways over here at Minerva, and this is something for the boys. We are looking here at Vogue 1599, and this really is having so much fun with those strong colours. You choose 4 different types of fabrics or pattern fabrics for this pattern, and we've got here some of our gorgeous blues. This is Vogue Patterns American Designer range, and this is from Coups Couture. You would need just 1.2 meters of each of these fabrics to create your unique shirt. The design comes in sizes 34 inch to 46 inch, and goodness, how cute would this look, and what a great present it would be. The first one that we've got is the Tilly and the Buttons Lyra dress. Now this is a shirt dress, and we think this would look fantastic in a variety of different colours of the cotton poplin. And you could make the bodice in a colour and then do the tiered skirts in different ones and really make that show-stopping statement dress. This pattern is a wardrobe classic, and just to jazz it up, adding those little zips of colour into your wardrobe would look absolutely stunning. And why be a maker if you can't make dresses that are absolutely unique? So we have selected some of our fantastic rainbow colours for this project. And how fantastic would a dress be if you could play around with all of these colours? So you've got the vibrant greens and reds, and you've got the orange, and the yellow, and just look at that purple, and popping those all together, you really do have such a wealth of colour and such a great combination. And because you have the colour fastness with the cotton poplin, you can wash these together as you would wash your cotton and have a really fun statement dress in the Lyra. Now the Lyra comes in a sizes 6 to 24, and the tiers you could have lots of fun with. So if you're more of an experienced stitcher, you can have fun with those tiers to create different lengths within your shirt dress. We're also talking about beautiful dresses, have looked at the deer and doe orchid dress and top. And when you're playing around with those beautiful lines on the bodice and the buttons, you can really create a strong coloured dress or top, and the shape would be held really well with that cotton poplin. This top or dress has a V-neck and it has the bridle buttons on the front, so it's more of an improver pattern, and the cotton poplin would work fantastic when you're working on those little details such as those buttons. It has those strong on-trend statement sleeves that we see on the high street at the moment, and the blouse has a ruffle at the bottom, and the cotton poplin, I'll just pick out this gorgeous green, would look great having that ruffle on the bottom of your orchid top. The dress version comes with a zipper fastening, so you would have to pop a zip in that, and what a great combination of patterns. So you've got a top and you've got a dress, and I think once you find a great pattern, there's just such a tendency to make that pattern again and again. And with all 39 of the colours that we've got in the cotton poplin, you do have that choice, so you don't have to go and look for more fabrics and more patterns, because you know the drape, you know the handle of your fabric, and you know the capabilities of what it can do. So you could have a whole rainbow or a pastel collection of your favourite dress in that cotton poplin. Why not make a his and hers shirt? And this is a great fun pattern, but also a staple for your wardrobe. It's new look 6197, and the men's and the women's short sleeve shirt come in a men's size extra small to extra large, and the ladies size 8 to a size 16. And talking about having those staples within your wardrobe, again, once you've made your shirt, you could actually have a whole colourway within your wardrobe. So this is our greens. Now I particularly love the greens that we have, and they are so subtle, they work fantastically together, but within your wardrobe, actually having a whole collection of shirts would be fantastic. And think about if you are looking at some kind of gifts for Christmas or maybe for birthdays. If you've already confidently stitched the pattern for yourself, why not make that for the man in your life? And once you've stitched it, and I know for myself how hard it is to find that perfect pattern that you've got for the man in your life, you can stitch that shirt again and again and you wouldn't have to worry about fitting it. But then you've got such an array of beautiful colours within the cotton poplin range. You can choose another colour that you know that he would love for his wardrobe, and you can pop that in your basket when you're next on Minerva site, and that is your next project or two, because you know you have those colours and you have that confidence with the great fabric from Minerva. And while I'm here, have you thought about joining the Minerva Craft Club? You get 10% off all of your orders. And how fantastic is that? So throughout the year, you would be saving 10% on not only the great price that we do with the Rose and Hubble Cotton Poplin, but you would be getting that extra 10% off at the checkout. We also do some fantastic offers throughout the year where we offer 30, 40, 50% off. You will get that extra 10% off whatever is on that flash sale. So do check out the details in the description box, and why not sign up too. And here we go. Here we have all of the gorgeous colours that we have in the range. So let's just start with the dark. So there's a black, and we all need black in our stash, and it is such a, I would say, a good black. The way that blacks are dyed is a lot of the cheaper blacks are dyed with a little green fabric dye. So this black is a beautiful black because it doesn't have any of those greens within the black. And you can see as we're popping it on the table that again you get that little sheen and you get the drape with the black fabric. And you will naturally get creases with it because it is the nature of the cotton. But then the positive of that is that when you do iron in those beautiful pleats into your creations, that it absolutely holds it. It holds a beautiful crease if you're making a shirt down the side of your sleeve. And that, I think this is a fantastic black because it doesn't have any of those residual green tones in it that you do get with poor quality dye stuffs. So let's take a look at some of the others. There's some beautiful, there's a beautiful brown within the palette. Now I think this would look really good for autumn, fall dresses. And you can really couple this, as some of our Minerva community have done, and they've maybe made that a statement colour, or add a different colour for the bottoms or the tops or the shirts, and really just have that real fun. And I think that the brown is such an on-trend colour at the moment that you could actually couple it up with some of our pinks and really have a lot of fun with your makes. And the pinks here, as we were saying in the video a little bit earlier about complementing those pinks. Now, I think that these are just adorable. The palette that runs into that soft lilac, and that lilac is such a popular choice, particularly for shirts, for tunics, to wear this colour near your face works so well for so many skin tones, and just with that drape as well, and the soft feeling that you get with the poplin fabric. This would look such a complementary colour to have on your blouse or your top. And I particularly like, we've even got more pinks here. That is such a gorgeous baby pink. Now these are good for making for babies and toddlers. So if you've got a newborn in your life, how gorgeous to make with the poplin a little dress or a little top or a little romper. And again, they wash at a high heat and they behave so wonderfully as a cotton would do, that you can launder these with your cottons and you have that softness that you get with the cotton poplin near to your skin. So these are beautiful for babies and toddlers' soft, delicate skin. And we've got some great blues, and I know that we've had so much fun talking about the American designer pattern, how they mix and match, but actually playing with that blue colour palette would look fantastic for a men's shirt or a boy's shirt too. And again, you can mix and match those with playing around for that colour palette. And again, with that his and hers shirt that we were talking about a little bit earlier on in the video, you can see that they would look absolutely fantastic. So you could have a his and hers shirt, or you can go slightly off tone with the colours, and again they just look so great to stitch with. And again, as you're just seeing them here, I think you just get that wealth of inspiration. So again here, this blue, how great would this be for summer? you could have this as a dress for the summer or maybe a tunic. But also, how good would this be for a Christmas dress? And you could have this with some sparkly shoes, sparkly headband, sparkly earrings. Take that statement. So again, you're thinking about the fabric, but instead of having it for that spring summer, you could make and line it to have that fantastic party dress that you could really jazz up with the cotton poplin in a really beautiful blue. And we've got two other blues there, which would look perfect. You could always use these for schoolwear. If you make schoolwear, again, these wash at hot washers, and just think you've got those two navies there, and they do complement each other, but these would be great if you make for children. And then I'm going to come on to these greens. Now, I've made a dress in this green colour, and I've had so many compliments about it, and I was a little bit surprised to start with to say how many compliments I had with the green. And I think it's because it's just that statement colour. So I'm going to bring these out because I don't think there's that many on the high street greens that you can actually purchase. So when you're a dressmaker, you can make your colours and you can make your creations in whatever colour you like. And to get those compliments, personally, I felt with such a seamstress's buzz because I made it myself, and people don't know you've made it yourself. They just like what you're wearing. And then these are that beautiful other colourways that we do within the range. And my goodness, just look at those greens. They would look good on men, women and children. And also thinking about those quilting projects, my goodness, you've got such a good selection of greens if you make and you create landscapes, or if you have a green. The greens work so well for so many different room settings. And then finally, I've got two more palettes that I think are absolutely gorgeous. Now, these are the rainbow colours, and how cute are they? And they look great on their own, or you can just pick out these reds. Now this red is so vibrant, this would look great. It's not too much of a pinky red here, but this red would look fantastic for Valentine's or for Christmas, and it has that beautiful softness to it. But again, that red just works so well. It works well with the oranges that we have. So if you've got a rainbow crazy person in your family like I do, look at the colours that we're popping down here, so you can really explore all of the wealth of colours within that poplin colourway. And then moving on from those brights, you've also got your neutrals, and these are great wardrobe staples. So we've got the beautiful sophisticated greys, and I love these greys. I love this grey because sometimes greys go a little bit what I call dirty, but this actual colour just looks gorgeous. I'll just bring that to the camera. It's got a slight bit of blue within the grey, but when you couple that with a darker grey, they just look so sophisticated. And grey's such a great one to have in your wardrobe because, again, you can put grey instead of having black all the time. Grey just adds that little bit of a difference to your wardrobe, and it fits so many colourways with it to really add a little bit of sophistication. So coming on to our neutrals, and our neutral palette, we have gorgeous beiges, and these would look great for shirting. We have a gorgeous primrose there, which would look fantastic for spring, and also for baby wear. If you're making for a newborn and you don't know whether it's a boy or a girl, it's great to make in primrose because it gets away with you don't have to make it as soon as baby arrives, and that yellow just looks so soft and so delicate, and that would be a fantastic new baby gift. And did you know that we do some fantastic Rose and Hubble prints? Now, I want to show you just the different types of prints that we do. So this is just a really beautiful striking print here, an animal print. Beautiful little dots. And we've also got some absolutely cute, more vintage florals. Now, I'm going to pick out first the zebra. And the reason that I love this, just look at that soft drape, is how fab would this be for a tunic? And you could wear this in the summer months, or it would be great if you're going between spring, summer, or you're going between summer and autumn, fall. And how great would that be? Now this would look great with some statement earrings and just adding that really strong colour. So I think if you look at it with maybe a red, or whether you look at it with either a gold, and really just working that, and it has such a strong pattern to it. And so for this amazing animal print fabric, we have got a pattern recommendation for you, and we are looking at New Look 6452, and this is a tunic, and it would be so versatile to wear in a soft drapey all over print. It has 4 different options for the tunic, and we just love the handkerchief hemline. So there's the option for the handkerchief asymmetrical hemline, or you can look at a traditional hemline. But I think, my goodness, this is such an on-trend fabric at the moment, and I think that this would look absolutely fantastic. Just as that really strong colour, you could wear this with some leggings or with some trousers, or in the warmer months you could have this with some nice floaty trousers and some lighter summer shoes. So my goodness, that just looks so striking with that animal print. And then let's have a look at the polka dots, and again look at the sizes of these polka dots. So we've got a larger, more vintagey style polka dot here, and this blue would just look great for children's clothes. It would look good in ladies wear. I think it would look great for a men's shirt as well. Just a casual shirt would look great in that polka dot. So really with Rose and Hubble fabrics, and particularly the prints, they are just so versatile and you can do so many things with them. So do check out the different colourways that we do have on the website. Let's just move on to some of our floral prints and some more vintage style prints that we have on the website. And I'm just going to pick this one out because this was one of the first ones that one of our Minerva friends over on the community recommended. So She Sews Happiness made a gorgeous dress with this, and we've just got the fabric for you to see, and my goodness, just look at those all over cherries. That's so cute, and again on that black background it does really just stand out. You can really tell with Rose and Hubble, they really work on the development of their patterns and the design colourways, because they make them so vibrant, and there is just such a level of sophistication within the prints that they create. So that just looks really fun. I would also like to make a nice kind of like 1950s halter neck dress in this. I think it would just absolutely great, and maybe make a combination headband to go with that and pick out the cherries. So thank you for watching this video. We hope we've inspired you to stitch with Rose and Hubble Cotton Poplin fabric. In the comments box below, please let us know which is your favourite colourway out of the 39 colours, which pattern you would like to make with, and if you have stitched with Rose and Hubble cotton fabric, what have you been stitching and what are your tips with the fabrics. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.